My name is Barbara Philippe. I'm from the local government department. I am the district development officer for your area. With me, I have Ms. Coletta Felix of the Department of Local Government as well. She's the assistant for the area. We have representatives from the Office of Disaster Management, and we also have some regional personnel with us here this afternoon. We are very happy to be in your lovely community of Dublanc.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Dublanc Disaster Committee, I would like to welcome our regional personnel to my community Dublanc and to the personnel from the Office of Disaster Management. And I would like to welcome all the villagers of Dublanc to come and give a listening ear, because what we are going to discuss this evening is very important. So once again, welcome everyone.
Mr. Marlon Clarke from the UNDP. We have Damien here from the Anguilla Disaster Management Agency. We have also with us Sean from CIMH. All persons that's assisting us here with a project that targets coastal vulnerable communities in Dominica. It's a regional project, and you maybe hear a little more from Mr. Marlon on that. But the good news is Dublanc is one of the communities to benefit in Dominica. Dublanc and Collyhoo. And why Dublanc? Because we feel that you are exposed, as Mrs. Phillips said, to a multiplicity of hazards. Most of us live on a volcano, so yours is Mont Diablo 10, the tallest mountain in Dominica. And for you, this is an important thing to know and to plan around. Every year we are faced with the hydromet events, hurricane storms, and you deal with storm surge, and that's something you live with. Just the makeup of your community. Every time I drive through Bioche and Dublanc, I see how the houses are located right next to each other, and know of some of the fire events that you've had. That too is a concern for you, and this is why I believe you should have a positive and dynamic disaster management committee here in Dublanc. I'm hoping after this meeting we have more people coming out to support Tamisha and the village council clerk and the other persons, nurses here as well. Nurse will tell you, 2 weeks ago we organized a meeting, and 5 people showed up, nurse, at the school.
As mentioned before, we're essentially looking to establish a community-based early warning system. This is a project that in its first phase benefited Portsmouth, and we would of course use the lessons learned as well as the lessons learned as well as any good practices that would have been experienced there to incorporate in this new phase of the project. Some of the things that we're going to do, we are looking at installing some rain gauges to obviously measure the amount of rain. We are also looking to do some simulation exercising. Some of your colleagues would have mentioned today that simulations are some of the things that we want to move forward with, and we're going to incorporate this as part of the project. So I promise to be brief. So as I said, I just want to echo the sentiments. We really need your support. We can't do it alone, and I just look forward to your participation in the future. Thank you.
So we being here with you this afternoon is our commitment to you, that we are interested in assisting you, but you have to help yourselves as well. By the end of this evening's meeting, we hope that some of you will volunteer to serve on the committee. There is a committee, I must say, but for now, it's not functioning as it should. And we need persons who are really committed and who are willing to take the movement forward.
And the school is within, 50 or 100 feet from the seashore. If it's still standing after an event, especially a hurricane or storm, then people would go there. The people's homes are damaged. But certainly it's not the most safe place to go prior to. And even at the last discussion we had before meeting at the school, that came up again. Because we are concerned about all persons in the community, including the vulnerable, the elderly and the physically challenged, and what you're going to do with them, where you're going to locate them. So all that is very important for us. And this is why we're here this evening, to support you, to talk about the project, but to talk about disaster management in its entirety. Beyond the project, Dublanc will be here. and you would have to still deal with the events that face you every day. So the project is just one thing that we're trying to encourage you to support. It will deliver on a few outputs, but even beyond the project, you have to have ownership to sustain it going forward.
After this meeting, it is a concern. After this meeting, what is going to happen? Because we are already in the second month of the hurricane season. And we are very, very much concerned, especially our shut-ins that probably will not be able to run when a disaster takes. Now, what are we going to do after this meeting? Who is going to push forward? We want to know who is going to push forward for us to get what we have to get.
Well, I cannot say it louder than I've said it before, because after tonight, the persons from UNDP and Anguilla will live here. Mr. Corrett and I will go back to ODM, but Dublanc remains here. All right? And this is why I singled out the village council and the disaster committee. These are your main community leaders. They are the ones that have to push for you, as I said. But they need your support. Some of the issues here is not even who is in the chair, but who is putting the fire under the pot. Leadership is not about position, it's about people who will agitate, people like you, who will agitate and speak and will go to the parliament and say we have that problem, who will call so and so and say we have that problem. We're really hoping that people will show up, so that the next invitation for a closed door meeting where we can sit down and maybe have a PowerPoint and explain certain things, we don't expect 5 people to show up. We expect 20 people to show up. And this is what we're hoping, that Dublanc people will be concerned about Dublanc enough. Dublanc people must be concerned about Dublanc and their family enough to say, I'm not leaving that for other people to do for me. Alright, other people can only help me, but I need to help myself. Will is there, and I think last year that was a very important lesson that we learned in Portsmouth, that after the project, people recognize, listen, I need to get on board. And the disaster committee was reactivated and some people came on board and they actually meet every week. This is a change that you're looking for. That people will say, this is about us. You understand? That is what's happening. So we really want people to say, listen, I need to do this for me. Alright? I too have to go on my roof and check my galvanized. One of those days I went up, I see some of my zinc, lifting up and so on. I had to go on my roof. Each person must take that personal responsibility for themselves and their families. And ultimately, when they get excited about this, they need to join together in the community. Because the community brings a lot of skills. Who is carpenter, who is mason, who is electrician, who is a former fireman, a former police, and so on. These are all the resources that you have in the community. And we're hoping that you can pull that together to really organize yourselves. Alright? Putting in the early warning system is one thing. One of the things that we're discussing is to build on what exists in Dublanc. What do you use to alert the community? We were told today there is a village crier. When somebody knows something and the sea is getting bad, people start to scream, people coming out from the hill, and they come down and they help to pull up the boats and so on. But if it's a tsunami, what are you going to do? Alright? Because you don't want people to come down from the hill. You want people to stay on the hill and the people who are down here to go up. But once you've gone up, you need people to receive you. If you have not done a plan in advance, what's going to happen to you? You're going to be cut with your pants down, and then, we're picking up the pieces after.